One of the most interesting parts about building AI agents is this decision that you have to make around how agentic do you want the system to actually be. And I don't mean the front-facing user agentic system. I mean like the system that you're using to design the application itself, right? Because you have this front-facing agent system, everybody understands that concept. But what they don't see is this other side of the system where agents can write the code, agents can design the databases, update the databases, run user analysis, decide what features to build, when to build them, why, how do we market it. And that's an entire ecosystem and decision in itself is how agentic is your own application. I also think that's like a really interesting, almost obvious kind of way of deciding, is this company actually believe in what it's selling, right? Because if you have an AI agent company that isn't even really that agentic in how it's operating itself, how much does it actually believe in the system, right? So there's this really unique inflection point where a company decides how agentic is its own system going to be. Are you going to let it write its own code, update its own code, do its own user feedback, launch marketing campaigns, and everything that these companies are selling themselves to you that you can go do? Are they implementing it themselves? And how far do they actually push that line? And how do they create the safety nets around those lines to make sure that if the agent goes rogue and does something crazy, like deletes a database, it doesn't delete actual production databases, making sure that things are sandboxed, right? Like, and you need to figure out this way to like balance between pushing the envelope, pushing the creative edge, like really seeing what models can do, but making sure that it's in a safe environment and not deleting everybody's data, right? So setting up those systems early on, making sure that you have a grasp on how far are we going to push this agent narrative, or are we going to rely on third parties to help kind of mitigate that risk for our users and for our own application and own code base. So lots to think about. Hit me up tomorrow.